December 30th, 2024. I am just hanging up some laundry. I got my shirt off. I got flip-flops on. It feels like about 70 with the sun on my back. It's a different type of sun when it's the Mediterranean sun, it's close. It's warming. So good enough to dry laundry. I just wanted to point out that we have a lot of nice, fluffy, natural, real clouds today. And you chemtrail deniers are in such a weird position on days like this. I don't know if you realize how bad of a position you are in. And I'm going to explain to you the weird position that you put yourself in when you say you're a chemtrail denier. Or you think that chemtrail conspiracy theorists believe that the government is remote controlling the spores of nano 5G from the 5G masts and the nanobots inside of the coronavirus. Like, first of all, a lot of red herrings when you use mainstream search engines. But here we are in Portugal. Currently, this is facing north, and that would be facing east towards Spain. This would be west over there, and the sun is behind us, and that's the south way behind us. So I don't think you guys understand how far we can see from our valley. So we know what the sky looks like with planes going over it. The Faro International Airport is basically that way a little bit, and people fly over here. We see Ryanair flights all the time. And so let me just explain to you the position that you're in when you make fun of conspiracy theorists who believe in chemtrails, and you call them chemtrail conspiracy theorists. So the weird position that you're in is you don't think planes are in the sky today. I can pull up a flight radar the same as you can and look at all the flights that are in the sky right now. But in your world, there are no planes in the sky today because all planes all the time leave chemtrails. All planes all the time leave persistent contrails. The contrails that come out from the back of planes always stay in the sky under every condition and leave those straight lines in the sky. And on days like today where there's fluffy clouds like we remember from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, I guess all planes are grounded, or the planes that are, I've seen a few today, the planes that do fly through the sky that don't leave any contrail or chemtrail or any type of vapor trail behind, those are just UFOs, I guess, unidentified flying objects, somehow magically levitating through the sky. I'm trying to understand you and how you think, and I'm letting you know that what you have going on is like a flawed logic, not what I have going on. So look at the sky. There are planes flying in the air today, but they're not leaving any chemtrails. And you would say, what? Well, it's not optimal conditions, Adam. They're not flying. No. They're flying at the exact same height. Well, I mean, it's colder today than it was yesterday. Nope. Well, it's cold. It was colder the other day at that height, and that's why it was leaving. But nope. It's like literally the same weather, same day, same type of day. So what's the difference between today, where there are no chemtrails in the sky right now in this particular section of a patch of sky? What's the difference between now and the other days here and all over the world, Spain, France, the UK, Scotland, Canada, America? What's the difference between the crisscross zigzag that people see in the sky and today, on days like today, December 30th, 2024, when at this current moment, you can't see any chemtrails? But there are planes in the sky. But the position that the people who make fun of people who believe in chemtrails are, your position is that there are no planes in the sky today, and if there were, they're magically floating there with anti-gravity. Or your position is that they're at a different altitude that's not leaving persistent contrails. The normie speak is cloud seeding is good. Cloud seeding, good. Geoengineering, good. Solar radiation management, good. Persistent contrails, good. Contrails, good. Chemtrails, bad. That's normie speak for you. Chemtrails bad, although what comes out of the back would be chemical trails, trails made of chemicals, and cloud seeding and DDT and weather warfare, like Ben Livingston would talk about during Vietnam, and cloud seeding like they do in Dubai and over Morocco. They use silver iodide and other various chemicals to leave trails to cloud seed. I mean, calling a chemical trail a chemtrail, I mean, that's just a bridge too far. That means that the spores in the 5G are causing mind control from the government to force us all to go to Antarctica or something. I mean, these are just nonsense red herring things that people make up. And I just want to point out fluffy clouds so that you can remember what fluffy clouds look like. I've been staring at the sky and making videos and yelling into a camera since 2006. Here we are all these years later, and some people are waking up. I would say most of our community knows about chemtrails and geoengineering and cloud seeding. Even in my last Morning Banana show, I was giving a list of all the mainstream. I mean, this is not even hidden information anymore. It's mainstream. That's how ridiculous it is that people can live in 2024 and deny that there is geoengineering or cloud seeding or solar radiation management going on. And all I'm trying to say, whatever you want to call me, a farmer, vegan, whatever you want to call me, I don't really care, but just like, let's just point out the obvious here. What goes up comes down. And I am from an era where the greenhouse effect was a big problem, and the greenhouse effect was basically hairspray and other various aerosols that were causing a layer in the atmosphere to act as like a glass where it would trap the heat on the other side and heat up surface temperatures. So I don't know what switched between then and now where we can spray aerosols or even perfectly beautiful and wholesome jet engine exhaust out the back of jet engines and cover the complete sky with it. And somehow between the 1980s and now, that has suddenly become good, and geoengineering is fine now, and the greenhouse effect is good now. And overall, what's going to happen in the future is that they probably weren't wrong about the greenhouse effect, and the Earth temperatures will be warmed. But guess what? They already have the solution, and guess what it is? It's more chemtrails and solar radiation management and cooling the atmosphere with chaff sprayed from the back of planes. Exactly what they've already been doing for the last 10 years. I'm not the one going back in Disney movies and adding the chemtrails. I'm not the one doing that. I'm not the one spraying this crap in the air. And there's certain countries in the world that don't allow chemtrails, believe it or not. Look it up. So when I say chemtrails, I just literally mean chemical trails. I don't have a testing kit. I'm not following these jeffing planes around and testing everything myself. I just know what's public information, and if you haven't caught up yet, then I feel sorry for you. But don't follow for the red herring nonsense arguments. You know that's a real, wholesome, perfectly edible, fluffy cloud. That's the natural process of the cycle of clouds and water and when the groundwater evaporates and it comes up into the atmosphere, and then it catches with dirt and forms clouds, and then you have precipitation, and then it goes back down. In that sense, we live in a closed system, so we have infinite water. It's like a natural distillation process. So salt water in the ocean that you probably shouldn't drink unless you want to die because it's too salty will evaporate, go up in the clouds, and that's a natural distillation process. And whatever comes down, you could technically drink rainwater, maybe run it through a filter. God knows what type of silver iodide or other chaff is in there because of the chemtrails. But again, I mean, we've done this whole 10-minute video, and you haven't seen a chemtrail. So what that would lead you to believe, as somebody who likes to make fun of chemtrail conspiracy theorists, we would like to call you an ultranormie 5000. You ultranormie 5000s out there would say that there are no planes today. There's no flights. So every flight everywhere over my head has been grounded, which makes no sense because I could just pull up a flight radar. And I might do that just for fun to show you that there are flights. They're just not leaving any trails. Thanks for coming out. Like and subscribe. Are you tired of reincarnating? Me too. Now show the world that you don't want to reincarnate with this Do Not Reincarnate t-shirt.
I'm off the grid. Got tats on my ribs, tattoos on my